Good morning, everybody. I'm sorry I had to make sure I had the microphone on. Welcome to my channel. I hope you like this reading that I'm going to do for us now. A simple 3-card spread. And we're going to look at the past and what's leading up to the change we're going through now. And then look at what's happening in the present. And then what we can expect in the near future. And what the energies are moving towards. So it's so exciting. The first card is going to be the 8 of Cups. And so this card, I'm just really excited to get this because this is leading up to what we've all been going through as a collective, you know, depending on what your preferences are with your life. You know, sometimes we get stuck and we don't want to move on and we kind of hang on longer than we should have. But let me read you the meaning of this card. I really like this one for the things that we have going on. Let's see. So it says the 8 of Cups. This is really, I'm reading from the book. I really like this though. Never settle for good enough. This is what's been leading up to where we're going through now. Never settle for good enough. The best option awaits you when you seek it. So if you've been feeling dissatisfied, you know, and feeling like you could do more and be more and have more, I'm here to tell you, you certainly can. That's just coming from your inner guidance. You can do this. If you feel a calling to do something, to try something new, you know, try little baby steps, whatever you can do to get there. You know, I just went back to work with horses again, you know, after I thought maybe I wasn't going to be able to physically do that the way I used to, maybe, but I can still do it, just not going to be rocking and rolling and jumping on horses and galloping off into the sunset anymore. But I can certainly work with them and have a great time and do a great service for the horses as well. So this one says, the 8 of Cups leading up to this, if this resonates with you, I hope it does. It says, after wrestling with disillusionment and false promises, the 8 of Cups card shows that you're finally ready to walk away from trying and counterproductive situations. Beneath a crescent moon and watchful sun, representing the conscious self and intuitive self, a figure walks away from 8 cups. He is clad in a red robe and boots, symbolic of passion grounded in desire. This person has sampled each cup and decided that none of their contents are satisfying, so he must go off in search of deeper fulfillment. The staff he carries reminds us of the hermit staff, a symbol of power, which he leans on for support as he follows the path of the flowing river. The river symbolizes intuition and feeling his way forward in the dark, navigating the path by the light of the moon. Now, does that get to any of y'all? I like it. And then it says in a general reading, the 8 of Cups is a reminder you do not have to settle if you sense there is something missing in your life. And I don't know about you guys, but you know, sometimes it is, and there is more you're being called to do. And sometimes I found the greatest things when I had that courage to walk away and move on and just see what the universe had for me. You know, our desires have been laid up like in this vortex of creation throughout our life. We've decided what we desire and what we want, and then it's up to us to allow the universe to produce that for us. It is possible. So you just got to follow the little steps, and you don't need to know exactly what you're missing, though you must be willing to follow your heart and instincts towards a more meaningful existence. And this is what I want for all you guys. This is why I started this channel too. So hopefully you will take the leap, because I stayed stuck many times throughout my life, even being awake and the third eye and all that stuff. I still got stuck, you know, so I'm like, I know I can do it too. But it says, in order to make that journey to the more meaningful existence, you will need to release things that once brought you happiness, including people, behaviors, objects, and places. This may feel distressing in the moment, but don't let that flash of sadness trap you in a situation longer than you need to be. The inner call to action awaits you, and I had to do that too. I had to let go of a lot of stuff the past few years to get to where I am right now. You know, it was a big flash of sadness that lasted a long time and ended up being a dark night of the soul for quite a while. And when I finally let go of that and began to trust that everything was happening for us, not to us, and things began to get a lot better. So that's, you know, you may be ready to abandon a job or a career path that is no longer fulfilling. You've been feeling mentally checked out, and now you need to take action by leaving a job, career, or project that isn't in line with your goals and ambitions. It says in Love and Romance, you are walking away from a relationship that no longer serves you. This may mean leaving behind a pattern of behavior that does not serve your current relationship, or cultivating detachment from unhealthy relationships in the future. So I hope that's good. And then personal and spiritual, it says walking away from friendships and associations that are not aligned with your personal beliefs or spiritual path can be hard, but necessary. And that's true. You know, you're setting out in search of a deeper meaning in your life, either through travel, through a spiritual practice, or looking inward. So I like this one. You know, it says, what do you suppose the figure is feeling as he walks away from the cups? And it looks like, you know, I don't know, what do we think he might be feeling? I don't know, but that's something that, you know, if you're never going to settle for good enough, the best option awaits you when you seek it. And that's exactly how things have unfolded for me, and I've had so many amazing things, and it's just so scary when you do that, though, because you know, you may think everything's exactly, you just need to stay where you're at, but don't do that. Let's go forward. And so I like that card a lot. All right, and so then what's happening now, the choice we have now is the Tower. So that looks like, oh boy, that looks like something, doesn't it? But the Tower, see what the meaning of the Tower is. That's a major card. And hold on a second. Which number is that? Okay, hold on, let me find it. The Tower, but you know, when we get ready to grow, it can be very scary, especially during these times when everything is, you know, so many people are waking up to the truth of, you know, who we really are, and we really are creating this, and we really can do these things that we think maybe we cannot. But I mean, I'm sitting here right now today telling you this transformation. I just jumped timelines really quickly and easily, and it was a little, you know, scary and rocky right there, but I'm fine. I'm doing fine. And you know, I don't know, I just had to step out and try something different in a different way, and then let go of how I think it ought to be and how it should come to me and this kind of thing, and just trying to be happy and enjoying each day, staying in the present moment. So, and that worked, and I'm doing great now. So it says the Tower, this is what it says, the Tower reminds us of what is breaking down is allowing something else to break free. Don't you like that? It's like, well, maybe something's breaking down, but oh boy, it's going to be better when it comes back. I love that kind of stuff, because that's really what happens. Like that's what happened to me. I got a job with more money and a greater level of respect and appreciation than I expected to have, and I was just like, this is amazing. And the horses knew me like they have always known me, and I'm just having a good time, and I'm just really enjoying that aspect of my life right now. So anyway, what is breaking down is allowing something else to break free. So if that's happening in your life, just remember that. And it says the Tower is the third most misunderstood card in the tarot, with imagery that depicts destruction, loss of stability, and violent lack of control. Wow. When sudden change sweeps your comfort zone out from underneath you, it's scary and upsetting. But in that moment, you're experiencing growth and expansion. This card shows a tall stone tower being struck by lightning, knocking the crown from its position on top. Two terrified figures leap from the flaming building toward an uncertain landing. The tower itself represents the structural foundation that your life is built upon, while the crown is symbolic of ego being shattered by the lightning bolt of illumination. The powerful card tells us that falling apart is a necessary step in our journey, allowing the next phase to arise in its place. The tower swiftly tears down old structures that no longer support growth. And so that's what's going on right now. And it says in a general reading, the tower signals sudden changes that are beyond your control, causing you to feel momentarily destabilized. The message this card offers is that you must persevere, since the aspects of your life that are being torn down are no longer serving you. There is a new way of thinking and being that wants to break through. These new structures will support your growth and expansion. So I see it's going to be okay. You know, it's like, oh my gosh, now what will I do? But you know what? We've always been fine. We've always had enough. We're up to this point right now. You know, we made it this far. We've always had more than enough, or we're still here, right? So we've always been supported through all the changes, all of us, through all our life. And we're still doing it. As long as we're still here on the planet alive, we're doing it, you know? And so, but we'll stop ourselves sometimes from what wants to be born and come into our life, because we'll say, no, I can't have that, I can't do that. But, you know, it may be an upheaval, a sudden change, a lot of things you don't expect. But you know, you got to let go of that control and trust that even though it may look like, oh my God, everything is breaking apart and falling down and I'm not going to be able, you're going to rebuild it, whatever it is. You have the power to rebuild it the way you want it, okay? So that's what's really happening. I think you have the power. And now is the time, with all the things going on with the energies of our planet, now is the time. I hope you take that leap of faith and find something that lights you up and really makes you feel happy, and go forward and do it, and you'll be okay. I'm sure of it. As long as it's not harming other people or harming anybody, and you're just trying to do good for others too, as well as yourself and our planet, you will be supported in that. You will make it, I promise. And this says, in the general reading, the tower signals sudden changes that are beyond your control, causing you to feel momentarily destabilized. The message this card offers is that you must persevere, since the aspects of your life are being torn down and no longer serving you. There's a new way of thinking and being that wants to break through. Try it. Just try it for one day. Nobody even has to know you're trying it. You don't even have to tell anybody. I'm just going to try a new way today. This new way of thinking and being that wants to break through. These new structures will support your growth and expansion. So then it says, breaking down for the personal and spiritual, breaking down old structures makes way for a new way of being in the world. Sudden upheaval or change leads to new levels of illumination on your path. You may see new ways of looking at the world and the weakness of the structures around you. Change is possible. You can do this. You really can. You know, a lot of people are changing their whole thing, their careers and everything. So many people are changing now. It is just really awesome. It's awesome, because we needed to do this for a long time. And I'm so excited that all of y'all are coming here now and waking up and knowing that there is a guiding force that's for our highest good. It is beneficial, and it's a wonderful energy, you know, when you recognize that. But sometimes we're the ones that think, no, it can't be this way, it shouldn't come this way, but we don't know how it should come. You know, we don't always know. So sometimes exactly what you were thinking or wanting, it came in a mine just did, it just happened. And I had to get fired from a job, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then I immediately, this time, quickly bounced back and said, nah, it's for my good. I just, even though it worried me for just a second, I just said, no, it's going to be okay. And you can too. And we get to decide. How, we can either let go or we can worry. It's wrong. Well, I'd rather let go. That feels way better. So it says, in your career and money, it says sudden change in matters of money can be unnerving, but what you're experiencing now would lead to a breakthrough, a loss clearing the path to greater gain. Tearing down existing structures prepares you to align with a new career path or way of earning money. See? So it's going to be okay. And let's see, I think I read all that. All right, so now we're going to go on. And it just says, what aspects of your life are changing suddenly or violently, evoking the tower. So you can think about that. You know, we've got this eclipse, another eclipse coming up. All these planetary energies are shifting. There's so many things going on right now with us. And the more people that are getting on board with making yourself happy, what lights you up, and what you feel joy about. That's the way, that's why I'm stressing this. Just follow your dream, follow your heart, follow, you know, what makes you feel better. That's how you know if it feels better, then it's something that, you know, you need to do for all of us. You really do. If you want to help the planet, that is the way to do it. You know, define what your particular contribution and gift is, and you've got one somewhere, whether you think so or not. I promise you're a different person than anybody else in the whole world, and you've got something special you can give too. And so now we're leading up to the near future, what's going to be the outcome of all this, and we've got the Ace of Swords. Let's see what it says. And when we get through all this, the near future, the Ace of Swords. So, let me see. So, I like the swords. I love the cards because they give you hints of things, but they also give you some good advice to think about. Ace of Swords. So, it's a way of getting discernment. Let me see. Hold on. Hold on. Well, I'm just being slow today, but, okay, Ace of Swords, here it is. Okay, Ace of Swords. That's it. That's where we're heading in the near future after we've let go. You know, we're walking away from stuff. We've let go in the tower, and now we're at the Ace of Swords in the near future. And what's going to come out of all this? Ooh, I like this card for this. In that place, it's clarity and new ideas, and it's new beginnings with this one. So that's a good one. So it says the gift of clarity and new ideas is being presented to you. Be open to receiving this gift from the divine. It says the Ace of Swords brings you the gift of a new beginning by offering clear insight and new ideas. On this card, we see the hand of the divine emerging from a cloud, offering a single sword with a crown atop it. The crown is symbolic of consciousness and clear ideas that have been received and are ready to be put into action, as shown by the ferns that dangle from it, resembling a wreath of victory. I like that. Beneath the hand and sword is a mountain range representing the ability of the higher self to see far above the ground in this divine insight. This is just so great. You know, if you ever doubt, just try doing a card reading. It'll give you an answer somewhere. We're at the new beginnings now. After all that, and it says when the Ace of Swords appears in a spread, it points to bright ideas, mental clarity, and the instant insight needed for swift action. It may suggest that a new or emergent idea requires immediate action to come to fruition. Diving into an important conversation or a confrontation with someone will lead to a much better outcome. This ace represents the first exciting step in a process. Trust your intuition to guide you towards the next action steps. This is an encouraging sign. It says, don't hesitate to invest in new relationships or opportunity. Fresh new insight and clarity in an existing relationship will lead to taking action in a positive direction. This card may also signify improved communication in your current relationship or next relationship. This says, in the career or money, you are uncovering new ideas for increasing or expanding your business. Clarity and insight on how to improve your money situation are finally emerging. This is a time of new beginnings in your career that may include starting a business or earning a promotion within an existing company. And in the personal spiritual, it says, heed the call to deepen your spiritual practice or develop your psychic and intuitive gifts. And y'all have them. I know you might say, I'm not psychic, but you are. You know, sometimes you've had that thing where the phone's about to ring and you know who it is and stuff. You've all had that. It doesn't mean you're going to be talking to all kinds of people and all that stuff, but you get that little inner nudge, and I know you do, because everybody does, whether they recognize it or not. We all have that, the six senses. Some are more developed than others, but everybody's got something that's, you know, that's special. And we all have those gifts. Whether we use them or not is another thing. Sometimes we don't use them, you know. It says, you heed the call to deepen your spiritual practice or develop your psychic and intuitive gifts. If you feel struck by inspiration in your personal or spiritual life, take action and don't worry about the details. I don't know. Sometimes I have to I don't want to worry about the details. I want to do the details, you know. It says you will be guided towards the next steps, but be open to the portal. But to open the portal to that guidance, you must be bold and initiate action. You may notice improved communication and clarity with friends and people you spend the most time with. So I like this. And let me see. I like did I read that? The career and money. You're uncovering new ideas for increasing or expanding your business. Clarity and insight on how to improve your money situation are finally emerging. This is a time of new beginnings in your career that may include starting a business or earning oh, I did read that, I'm sorry. So, and then about the love and romance, I tend to skip over that because I hadn't had a whole lot of love and romance lately. I don't know. So I kind of skipped that one. Don't hesitate to invest in a new relationship or opportunity. Fresh new insight and clarity in an existing relationship will lead to taking action in a positive direction. This card may also signify improved communication in your current relationship or next relationship. So anyway, it says, what gift of clarity is being presented by the Ace of Swords? So that's a question for you to answer for yourself, because it can mean many different things, you know, for many different people that are looking at this. But I would say this is the card at the end of all this. We're going to go through the stuff, you know, that was the first card, the Eight of Cups. And then the Tower, which is happening now, what's in the present right now, the breaking down. And then in the end, we're going to end up with the Ace of Swords in a new direction. And it's going to be really, really, really good. So I hope that reading resonated with you and helped you somewhat. You know, I'm available for personal readings, and I would love to help you. I can do a lot more when I'm talking one-on-one to people. It's a little different talking to the camera and not knowing exactly who I'm speaking to, but love to have you and do a reading for you, a personal reading, and I just would love to help you on your journey too, because buddy, when I got the courage to let go, decades ago, I was amazed. I was truly amazed at what happened in my life and way back then, and just seeing what was possible. And I've always had this desire since I was a young person to be a blessing to the world and to help. I've always known I was put here to help horses and different things like that. The horses have always called to me, though, and you know, I'm sure you have something in your heart too. Maybe you never got around to doing it. You know, maybe you're my age now and you didn't do a lot of the things you wished you had tried or done. There has never been a better time in the history of our planet right now. The veil is thin, the way is easy, the universe is responding. You have not because you ask not. It's the truth, y'all. And, you know, if you will just take control of your personal power and decide what you want to do with your life, your precious life that you've been given, you know, I can help you. I can encourage you, because I'm always going to encourage you to go for your dreams and try to figure out what you can do to contribute. And maybe it's going to be a small way or a big way. You know, we've all got different things that we can do. And I just hope that those of you who have sat back and held yourself back will, hopefully you found this video and maybe it sparked something in you. I hope. I don't know. That's why I'm doing it. I hope you do. I hope you try something new that maybe you didn't even know you might really like, you know. So please do that. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this reading. I would love to help you. And if you subscribe to my channel, I'll give you a free reading, you know. So please do. I hope you'll like and subscribe. And thank you so much. I appreciate it.